Raw Dog Gaming. This is the Raw Dog speaking, and this is my raw review of Wuchang. So, Wuchang was awesome. Now, if you saw my raw impression, then I mean, like, you know I like this game. And yeah, my opinions did not change. I love this game. This game was just awesome. I can't say from start to finish because like I had a giant break in the middle because I wanted to finish up, or I wanted to play Ghost of Yotei when it dropped. But yeah, Wuchang was really good. Really good. One of the better Souls-likes I've played in a long time. And I mean, like, that doesn't beat out Kazan, because Kazan definitely still holds the torch for the best Souls-like in my opinion. Anyway, though, Wuchang was really great. And actually, it was much closer to feeling like Bloodborne, which is interesting because I mean, like, or actually also a little bit like Sekiro. But again, like, I hate Sekiro, so I can't say it feels like Sekiro. And I can say it feels like Bloodborne, but like in a different way. Bloodborne was just like you had to do things methodically, but you had to be aggressive. But you had to do things methodically, and you had to be on point with your aggressiveness because you basically gained nothing by being aggressive, except the fact that the game wanted you to play aggressively because there wasn't the block. But Wuchang asks you to play aggressively and rewards you for it, which there is the benefits of the game. The game is really awesome. It really makes you seriously have to play aggressively, and it rewards you for it heavily. One of the videos I'm going to be putting up in here, I'm pretty sure it's the, you're probably seeing it right now, it's a video of me fighting the inner demon, the madness demon. And you'll see, like, that's what I'm talking about. The game, it wants you to be aggressive. You can see our blades clashing as we're hitting each other. And you can see that it's hitting me, but like I'm losing no damage, losing no life, but it's taking all the damage. So yes, that's what the game does. When your blades clash, basically is what it's called, I take less damage, or the player takes less damage, and I also have a thing on where it makes me gain a little health back. And if I hit the back of the enemy, I also gain health back from my charms that I have, or I guess gems, these like weird gemstone thingies. And so with those two things combined, and also when I kill an enemy, I get HP back. So with all that combined, the game is basically telling me, or literally telling me, be aggressive. And since there's no block again, and this is dodge is really good and forgiving, the game is really saying, hey, be aggressive. And the game rewards you for being aggressive. Seriously, hardcore rewards you for being aggressive. Because the biggest thing about it is that with the further you get in the skill tree, which actually I want to make a point of saying that later, but anyway, the further you get in the skill tree, you get to unlock more Skyborn Might, and you get to unlock when you hit an enemy at certain points when you hit, that gives you more Skyborn Might. Because usually to get Skyborn Might, you have to dodge attacks, but you can get the big combo with your more skills in your skill tree. And like I said, that means basically what I said: hit more, be more aggressive. Being more aggressive gives you the power-ups. And then the more you clash, gives you more power-ups. And then when you're dodging, gives you more power-ups. So you can just keep getting powered up, keep doing heavy attacks with some big flourishes, keep doing your big epic attacks, and just keep attacking like crazy. And that's what you see me doing in these battles. Like I said, the game wants you to be aggressive. But the biggest thing about that is that you have to change your mindset, because at least for me, when I play Elden Ring, I'm defensive. I like to be methodical. I play as an archer usually, a dex-based character. So an archer and katana is dex-based. So I'm methodical, and that doesn't work in Wuchang. You can't be methodical. You have to just be aggressive. And being aggressive, at least for me, I've seen some people play Elden Ring and be ridiculously aggressive. But even then, like it doesn't work the same way. But yeah. The game is really just telling you, be aggressive, get in there, get the hits, go, do it. It's crazy. But the biggest thing, like, it's just, I love the way the game looks and feels, because the Chinese combat, the Chinese Kung Fu combat, just looks beautiful. It's really awesome. I was having a hard time with it at first because, like, the Chinese combat, the moves are really flowing and beautiful, and it's hard to get the timing right on, like, when to dodge, when to pull out of the combo, and, sometimes your move has too much wind up, so you miss anyway. It's really interesting. But really, once you get the flow of the game going, you really know, like, I'm gonna hit here, and you know, like, what's gonna happen, where your hits are, where your hitbox is, and the game's hitbox is so tight. so really just so tight that it's really a good thing. Like, it's crazy how tight the hitbox is. I remember, I don't think I caught it in video, but I remember one time I walked into a room and like this enemy was hiding from me. I think it was also like a trap mechanism that was set up. But I walked into the room and I took another step or two that I wasn't really supposed to, not to say I wasn't supposed to, but that I guess I wasn't, the enemy didn't expect me to make those steps. And I see the bladed enemy crash down like a step behind me, and I'm like, whoa. But it didn't hit me, and I was like, whoa, that didn't hit me. Thank you, hitbox, for being so tight. And then I killed the enemy. But it's like, if that was another game, I'm pretty sure I would have gotten hit. But like, because it's weird. I've cursed the hitbox for being so tight in some areas where like I miss enemies because the hitbox is so tight. But then like on that, it's like, yeah, I'm really happy the hitbox is so tight. So yeah, the hitboxes are really good, and the dodge animation is so clean. As long as you're in the animation and you dodge, like you get that Skyward Might and you will be invincible. You did dodge, but if that animation didn't happen or that animation ended, then you will get hit. So it's like it's a weird balancing act. But once you get locked in, it feels so good. I know I have it here in the videos. I know I saved it. There was a boss I went on and I got that first try, and it feels so good to go in and first try a boss. It's just really good, and just like, and that's what I mean. But it happens a lot once you get further into the game. That's what I wanted to say. So the skill tree. The game starts out really difficult because the game is telling you to be more aggressive, and like I said, it's difficult when you're early on. You have very little health. It's it's hard to be aggressive. But once you get further in the game, you unlock more skills in the skill tree, and a lot of those are the clashes. You unlock a lot more points where you get to clash, a lot more points where when you attack, you can unlock more Skyward Might, so that you have more things to be aggressive with, and that you are allowed to be more aggressive, because the more you can clash, the more times that you can get less damage down. You can get you and your enemy can hit each other at the same time. You can gain health back if you have the same skill I do, which I was using dual blades. I highly recommend using dual blades. It seems like the best skill tree in the entire game. I don't really know because I didn't really try many other skill trees, but I did open a couple others because I had plenty of XP. I was level 110 by the end of the game. I did not grind, but that's just how much Mercury you get. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I saw a couple skill trees, and agility is what gives you the damage for dual swords, and for long swords, and for straight swords, and for spears. Well, I think it was spears. My point is, agility gives you a lot of damage points, and the dual sword skill tree gives you a lot of agility. And I saw like no agility in the heavy sword, the long sword, like no agility in one-handed swords, and a little agility in the spear tree. That's the only skill tree that I saw. And seriously, if you want to do more damage, just go down the dual swords skill tree and use dual swords, because that'll give you massive damage, because there's a lot of agility in that skill tree. So you're going to be doing damage a lot because you're just upping your agility, upping your agility, upping your agility. But also make sure you go down the left skill tree. I don't know what to call it because it's like the I'm not sure what to call it, but it's the left skill tree, not the upper left or the upper right or the lower left, like the left skill tree, because that is the one that has all the mana. I went through like a good quarter of the game without getting any other mana drinks or potency for the mana, because I did not go down the skill tree until like half the game was finished. And I suddenly went down the skill tree and I was like, oh, this is where all this is. There's all my drinks. Ding, 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 ding. I had like 5 more drinks. Like, it was ridiculous. I was lowering myself by a lot because I wasn't going down that skill tree. So yeah, go down that skill tree. It'll save you a lot of trouble. But anyway, the game is just really good. I can do nothing but recommend it. If you like Souls-likes, and you like Bloodborne, and you like Wuchang, which means you like Chinese games, and you also like games that don't have a block. So if you like those things, then I think you'll like Wuchang. Also, but definitely if you like Souls-likes, and definitely if you like Bloodborne, because it's a heavy Souls-like game. Like, I can't say it for Wuchang as much because Wuchang is much more action-based and feels much more like a cinematic game, like Devil May Cry and stuff. Although it is definitely a Souls-like in my opinion. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to get is Wuchang does not feel like that. Wuchang feels like a Souls game. It doesn't feel cinematic. It feels like a Souls game. And so yeah. But the game does get serious, so that's good. Like the end, I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but the end of the game has a challenge to it. But the bosses and the gameplay do get significantly easier as you play because of the way the skill tree unlocks. So, which I think is the greatest way a game can do. Because yes, a game should become more challenging as you play it, but you should also become better at the game as you're playing it. So I believe in games not getting easy as you get further along in the game, but getting easier. Like the game should be challenging, but you should notice that you're playing it better and that you're doing a lot better as a character, as a player, as anything. Because like that's how the game should function. That's why I'm not a fan of games that have zero progression, because you should be getting better while you're playing it, and the character should be getting better as they're going on. That's just how things function. But yeah, anyway, it's a great game. I highly recommend it. Play Wuchang if you like Souls-likes. Great game. Well, hope you like and subscribe to this video, and I'll see you guys later. See ya!